So I'm still trying to post this.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that's gonna be impossible. Let me turn on my computer. Never streamed on my phone before.
Okay, I just posted that, so it should be good now.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. I think I'll pull up the stream on my computer too, so we could see comments.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. It doesn't look like the best interface for this.
No, not at all. Craig Bimmer. Let's see. That's weird. We're not on your channel as a live.
Oh, let me make sure this is actually working. That'd be funny. Yeah, I've never done it for my phone, so
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
you're right. It's not working.
No, it didn't pop up.
Or is it? I don't know. Because there's one person.
Okay, the link works. I can see us from the link. If you click the bottom right, the share button.
Okay. Maybe
Well, I
it's
just
not.
don't see us on your channel.
Yeah, let me see if the privacy is off or something. Yep, the privacy is not set right.
Oh, that'll do it.
I'm not sure why it even lets you do that. But
It was just invite only.
yeah, it was like, yeah, unlisted for some reason.
Gotcha.
Okay, we should be good now. I can choose a better thumbnail too.
Okay. Yeah. Nice thumbnail. I see it on your channel now.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll just go and I'll make one really quick.
Okay. Let's see, pop out chat.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Cool. It's working now. I see people in here.
Nice. N52 Community Godfathers right here.
What's up, guys?
It
We
looks
had
like
some
there's a
Monday.
filter default. It shows only top chat. I clicked live chat so I can see all of them.
Gotcha. I see that too.
What's up, Airhead?
N52 Jesus.
Jesus is?
All right, I'm trying to make a better thumbnail like as fast as possible.
Probably got some time before everyone joins in. You got 18 people already.
Oh wow, that's better than usual.
Do you usually do Saturdays or weekdays?
Yeah, I try to keep it the weekends when I do it, but a lot of times I'm doing it way too late because it's like I decide like the day of, like it'd be fun to do a stream today.
I'm the same way. The very last minute.
Although it definitely probably works better planning ahead.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I was driving when I saw your message yesterday that you're gonna go live. And I was like, oh, live. I haven't thought about going live.
Yeah, I'm glad we waited actually. I think
Yeah.
it'll be better.
I hit the couch as soon as I got home yesterday, and that was it. Wasn't gonna do anything else for the day.
Fair. I didn't even know you could do this like a dual stream because I've never tried it from my phone.
It's neat.
Definitely. We just can't do all the cool stuff you can do from streaming from a computer, but not a big deal.
What do you miss out on from doing this way?
I stream with that OBS app, so you can like share your screen and do different camera angles and that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
All right, I have a better thumbnail.
What's up, Joko and K Town?
Watching as I'm driving my inline D6. Just be careful.
That's such a good troll on Instagram. It's like as soon as you say inline V6, it's like huge comment thread. People correcting
Yeah,
you.
like you lost all your credibility.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Now it has a much better thumbnail.
Let's see what she did. Is it gonna be Dr. Dean or something?
Nope, just me and you. Although
Oh,
actually
okay.
I probably shouldn't use that picture of me because it's got a
Oh yeah, it might
it might
be
yeah,
right.
it might yeah. Maybe I'll just censor it.
There you go. Can we get BMW Doctor in here?
That would be great.
Let's see what time it is in the UK. 11 p.m.
That'd be funny. Just send him like a stream invite. Like he has no idea who we are.
No prompt.
Okay. Once I get this going, we can actually.
Okay, guys.
All right, perfect. All right, we're good now. I think. Are we good?
All right.
Hey. So Raymond, what have you been up to?
I washed my car for the first time in like 3 months today and put a LCI hood on it.
Oh, nice. Did you not already? Oh, well, yours was LCI, right? But it was just you had the vents in it.
The It's kind of a mismatch. I have the hood. The hood was pre LCI, but the headlights were LCI, and the rear end is LCI. So it was all LCI pre LCI. But now I have LCI hood without vents.
Gotcha. Nice.
I saw you got a box. I don't know if you've revealed what you're working on yet with that from a
A box?
particular M engine.
Oh yes. Yeah. So it's mostly Adam and Chilled. I'm kind of just asserting myself, trying to help them because I just want to be involved.
Okay.
But yeah, they're doing the hard work pretty much. I'm just kind of bouncing some ideas. But yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get an S54 manifold on an N52, and it really shouldn't be that hard.
No, I think I held one up on our jig on 52, and I think the only thing was runner one was touching the oil filter housing, but I
Ooh,
can't remember if
yeah.
that was the throttle body or the plenum. I think it was the plenum.
Okay, so we're using like a CSL style where it like comes forward.
Just the stock airbox,
Okay.
and I didn't try to mount it up or anything. I just kind of held it there just to
Yeah.
see how it lined up.
They apparently they went to try and test fit it today. I don't think they haven't told like given an update or anything. I just went and I bought one today because I knew they already had the files going and everything. But yeah, I just got back from that. I was buying that and I bought a new set of 16-inch rims.
16 inches. You like the 16-inch rims, huh?
Yeah, I like keeping it real sleeper looking, like just as stock as possible. And the 16s, I noticed personally, I noticed they feel really fast.
Yeah,
Just being
yeah, you get
lightweight.
that, yeah, you get that weight, and then also the effective diff ratio is,
Right.
shorter if you don't put, monster truck tires on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got, like, the prettier version of the ones I was already using, and it's got tires with good tread on it, and they're in good shape, so I picked them up for 300 bucks.
Nice. That's cheap.
Alright, we
Are
got
you
some
gonna do
comments
the,
now.
oh, yeah, let's see what we got.
I recently got the
Walker.
three-stage installed along with Beamer Labs too, and I was wondering if 22 would, really be worth it, if it's just the intake manifold upgrade, or should I just wait until header's installed? I'll let you answer that.
Alright. Well, you'll gain power with the tune, over BIM Labs. I think we saw, like, 10 to 15 real horsepower just with the tune. Bimmer Labs is just a stock 330i flash, so it's not really a custom tune or anything. I would recommend doing the headers as well. It's kind of like the top three intake manifold tune headers. But you could just buy the tune now, and then if within the next 6 months you get those headers done, they'll revise the tune for free. So if you're going to do that, I would plan on doing the headers within those 6 months to really make it worth it.
You should do a fuel consumption and oil temperature conversion for non 35 gauges. Yeah, actually, I have that on my list. There's another guy who did a video about Perfect Toolbox, which is what you use, but I think I can make one that goes into further detail. I have a very long list of video ideas that I'm going to be doing. Long list of how much for the trumpet kit? I believe it starts at $900. Is that correct?
Pre-order was 9. I think it's a grand now for the trumpets, the non-pre-order,
Okay.
which are in manufacturing now. Manufacturer told us like 4 to 6 weeks until we get those in, the first batch at least.
Sweet. Are you going to be testing them since there's a sealed option with your supercharger? Is that possible?
I'm kind of screwed now since I did the air to water intercooler,
Oh yeah, I
the
forgot.
manifold, yeah. So I wouldn't be able to fit it on my setup unless I went back to a front mount intercooler.
Right. I totally forgot that you had bought that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hot here in Idaho compared to Seattle. It's like 30, 40 degrees hotter any given day.
Really?
Yeah, so my ITs were pretty high, which is meth.
Gotcha. Is it like the Pacific like air that makes it colder in Washington or something?
You know what? I mean, it's right off the ocean, so I'd imagine that the air hit in the ocean, but I'm not a super
Me either.
knowledgeable on weather patterns or
Yeah,
how it works.
I feel you. Supercharger or turbo? Currently, there's more supercharger options for N52 that are reputable, but they're totally different delivery. And yes, we're
Michael
speaking
Jordan or
in.
LeBron?
Do you watch basketball? I don't. So
No, not at all. I'm from Chicago, so I guess I have to say Michael Jordan.
you got the Lakers jersey in the picture and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a total poser. I don't watch any basketball. The jersey look cool.
Scrolling back, seeing if we missed any. Paul Walker question mark.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would imagine that's for you. You look more like Paul Walker.
Oh, is that what they're trying to say?
I would imagine so. Asthma Alexander.
That's what I'll claim to be next video.
There you go. You gotta wear a XL white T-shirt.
Yeah.
I said inline V6 co.
That'd be fitting to say that if I were doing nitrous one day.
Mm. Oh yeah, you could. I could help you out with a kit.
True. True.
Yeah, I'd give you one at like cost or something if you wanted to see how it feels.
Yeah, it'd be worth testing. I don't know if I would want to do it all the time because it's well, how much did you pay for refilling the bottles?
So that I ran nitrous like 5 years ago, and I think I paid $60 for 5 pounds, which was my full tank. And the
Okay.
5 pound tank, if I was going out racing over the weekend and like, 10, 15 runs a night, I would probably go through it 2 weekends maybe at 100 shot.
Gotcha. It's actually that's better than I expected in terms of how long it would get you.
It's not too bad. It just depends how long you're staying in it.
Right. You should make a Whistle and Diesel parody. I do like Whistle and Diesel, but I don't have the budget.
N52 durability test. You've already done that though. Would you put Monster or Mountain Dew in the oil?
Yeah, that's still my current engine.
Is it really? I thought it blew
Mhm.
up.
No, I thought it was gonna. That's why I did it because I thought it was gonna, but it was actually my my cam gear, the Vanos recall. My cam phaser was like wicked loose.
Oh, that's right. Well, he basically
Yeah,
just did like a liquid treatment with the caffeine and the taurine,
yeah.
some additives.
But yeah, it's still kicking though, so I guess it wasn't enough. I probably poured like half of it into it.
It's a good amount. You
But
should have
yeah,
sent it to a Blackstone for oil analysis with a bunch of soda in
yeah,
it.
yeah. I didn't really go and like explain that story a ton, but yeah, I thought it was like right after I swapped the motor, I thought it was gonna blow up again because it sounded terrible. So my plan was to just destroy the car, and that's why I bought my E92. And I was right about to give up, and then I opened the valve cover and I saw the phaser was wicked. All the bolts were stripped.
So did you have to retime it after you put those bolts in?
No,
Oh,
there was no bolt heads, but they were still the threads were barely holding on enough to keep the phaser from jumping time.
nice. That's good.
And that's why I didn't understand because I thought like when it happened, like the car wouldn't even start or you would jump time or etc. That's why I didn't expect it to be that recall, but it worked out.
Did you do it yourself or you had BMW do it?
I did it myself because it came out of a different car. They probably wouldn't have done it,
True.
but yeah, it's still going strong.
Did you see Gallus's message?
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's relieving.
What kind of beer
What's
you
up,
drinking?
Mike? I am drinking root beer, actually. It's,
Oh,
Henry Weinman's. It's really
gotcha.
good.
Nice. Vehicle viral parody? I got to shake his hand 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago.
I just
Nice
saw
guy.
that photo.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you could do a good impression of him.
Maybe, I don't know.
I haven't
He,
seen his videos in so long.
yeah, I don't think I only check in once in a while, but he kind of stole I don't think he did it on purpose. Not stole, but he had the same idea. He uses the chime as the sensor too, which I know I did it first. It still bugs me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you have been doing
Yeah.
that for years.
Oh yeah. I think the first video.
Can you imagine him just sitting at home watching your videos? Oh, and using his chime.
Totally. Yeah, I remember I basically asked him something about the N52 and he basically like kind of laughed in my face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like a typical 335 guy. But no, he's fine though. I'm not talking
That's
shit.
good. I could have sworn someone sent a clip. I don't know if they sent it to me or sent it in the Discord, and it was basically him just pooping all over N52s.
Yeah, he's done it many times. I mean, to be honest, like if a channel of his caliber were to start covering it, it would like fucking put us out of business. So
What do you mean?
I don't know. Right now, no one cares about N52. So me and you and a few others have got a lot of untapped videos, that haven't been done
I see what you mean. Oh, so if he started getting into N52s, we'd be screwed.
potentially, or it
Yeah, I
would
could
help
see
us. I don't
that.
know.
Yeah. How to install a three-stage manifold. Never before seen.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, there's a bunch of those videos now.
Oh, yeah. Teach us the secret of being useless. That's a really good question. It takes a lot of practice.
Interesting.
Undercover
I don't know.
335 eye owner, perhaps?
Yeah, it sounds like it. I have a N54 and absolutely love it, but ever since I got my 335 IS, it's a game changer for sure. Hmm.
Oh, he had an N52, or he has an N52, and he also got a 335.
Oh, I see that now. You corrected it.
The IS are actually pretty pimpin'. If you get the DCT, they've got, like, probably the best sounding N54 stock exhaust that I've heard in person.
Fair. Yeah, we were talking about 335S IS last week, and we were kind of saying like, why would you buy it anything but like automatic? Because isn't the DCT like the whole point of the 335S essentially?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's just the manual superiority complex.
Right.
Gotta, always feel that shaft when you're driving.
Typical first 335s.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
What's
do you
up?
guys have any actual questions?
It's been 87 years since I pre-ordered my Velocity Stacks. Yeah, It's been taking a while to get manufacturing done, because we had to do a couple redesigns. We went back and forth with the manufacturer a bit just to make sure, like, is this gonna work how we expect? And he does his analyzing of the design and stuff. So we've got the final design in, and if you look on my Instagram story, it might have expired, but I posted the first set that he's building right now. But like 4 to 6 weeks, he told us.
Wasn't it originally projected next like midwinter or something originally, or
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. We've
okay,
had so we've gone through like 3 manufacturers before we found one that actually did what we were looking for. So we've gotten estimated dates from manufacturers, and then we had to switch, and now we finally have one that's actually making them. So
got well, that's good. Trying to get spacers on my E92. Do you guys have any suggestions on what to get? I'm running I think 12.5s or 12s maybe, I don't know, something like that. And I think I also have a 15 somewhere too. I think on the rear. Do you have a stud conversion, Raymond?
mhm. Yeah, I have the, Motorsports Hardware stud conversion, which you should
Gotcha.
get if you don't have it. If you're swapping wheels a lot, it's so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm flipping a mini right now and the bolts are stuck on one corner, like rusted real bad in.
You can't take the wheel off?
No.
Oh, no. That's New York, man.
Yep. I'm gonna have to figure out the best course of action.
And you heated it up and PV blasted and everything?
I've done PB Blaster, but I gotta go borrow blowtorch and try that.
Yeah, get it real hot.
Do you think doing it heating blowtorching it from the front, like the actual bolt, would be enough? I know ideally on the actual threads, but I don't know if I'll be able to actually reach.
I'd imagine as long as you get that head with the torch, the heat will just transfer throughout that whole bolt, and it should expand the threads.
Yeah, I'll be giving that a shot this
You could
week.
try whacking it too after you torch it, you could try whacking it with a hammer just to get some vibration between those
Right.
threads. Did you try like a big ass impact too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on there.
Oh yeah. It's it's bad. I was only able to get one of them off on that side,
Oh,
but
so
every other corner.
it's all of
Yeah.
them. Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh,
On the other corners, I was able to get them off, but it took some work
so
with the
the
front.
tires are just bad, and you take the wheel off?
I'm trying to do brakes and rotors,
Oh, okay.
and that's the last side I've got left.
Just sell it as is and be like, "Needs one side of brakes and rotors."
I, I,
We'll give
I
you the
might have to.
parts.
Yeah, I'm not very good at working on rust. Is the VTT N54 manifold, is that like an aluminum one or something? Because I don't know if you would be able to make it work unless it does have like removable spacers like the OEM one.
You might be able to Dremel out. I think it's all aluminum, but you might be able to Dremel to, drop it down so it lines up. But they're really not optimized for NA at all, the plenum and the runners. You would, probably lose power, and it would heat soak more.
Mm. Where do you get reliable axles for E90, E92? I've actually never needed to swap them. Or actually, maybe once, but I think it was I melted the boot, so I had to.
Just don't get aftermarket. Grab a used OEM one over a new aftermarket. The aftermarket ones all suck.
You're telling me I can't do parts geek for
I had some on my 325 when I was running the nitrous. I don't know what brand's in the aftermarket, but I did like one launch with the nitrous and I blew up both axles at the same time.
wow,
Just completely annihilated them.
that's
So
crazy actually.
would not recommend.
But, you know, that's another benefit of running snow tires like I did for a very long time. You know, less shock on the drivetrain.
Oh yeah, sure. So they're softer compound, right? Versus regular tires, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely break away slightly easier.
Nice. Yeah, you do be ripping it all year on the snow tires.
Yeah.
What's my
So now
ethnicity? I'm Polish Norwegian.
Sniper the goat, what is your electrical issue?
That's a can of worms.
Yeah.
Uh, what what made me not want to have the ground control camber plates on my car anymore? Um, I was actually planning on I was living in Colorado and I wanted to move to Florida. And so I had it in my mind, okay, I need to drive this car for I think 25 hours straight. I was like, I want to get rid of every little noise and creak. So that was kind of why I got rid of those because I thought they transmitted a bit of road noise in. But after I switched, it wasn't actually a very big difference. I think it's mostly all the other solid bushings I have.
They're
Are you
asking for our card information and our social security number. Um,
you want to
I don't
get
know if
that
it's
one?
yeah, I got it. I got
I'll throw that one to you.
it.
Oh, but to follow up on that last questions, I would run them again. I would recommend that brand. They actually were really nice. Uh-oh. After you changed the fuel pump, everything stopped working?
My first thought is FRM, but I don't know how that would have messed that up. But
Not
oh,
the issue.
interesting.
How did they determine it wasn't the issue? Because if it's those 3 things all at once, that's pretty dead set on a FRM. Or you have a short that keeps tripping the FRM to cut power, even though the FRM's good.
True. Yeah, hopefully you unplugged the battery when you did the fuel pump. What's up, Fletcher? I was just telling Raymond I bought the S54 manifold today.
I wonder how that's gonna sound on N52.
What was that?
I wonder how that'll sound on your car.
True. We shall
Are you
see.
gonna are you gonna do like a pipe intake, or are you just gonna leave it open like a CSL?
Yeah, I really could go either way, but I bought the yeah, the boot to go with it too in case I do want to clamp a cone onto it. But I don't know.
It'd be interesting. You're not running throttle bodies, right?
Um, I've got it plugged in still on the whatever the velocity sec tune because mine won't even start without it plugged in for some reason.
Oh, okay. I meant when you do the S54 intake, you're not gonna run one?
Oh, yeah, I guess it depends what tune I do. You know, if it's like um the same one as now, like the Alpha N, right? That's is
Mhm.
that what it's? Yeah, okay.
It's like alpha N plus 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 for the velocity stacks.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess it depends how we well how he designs it. You know, if he makes a thing for a throttle body adapter or something. I don't know. Thinking
We'll see.
throttleless, he says.
Adam, he actually lives in Seattle. I met up with him a few times. He's a really cool guy. He did my S54 headers.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Do you know the other guy too? That hovering. I think it's
Hmm.
called hovering
Steven.
bike. Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
I
he's got.
want to. Yeah, the E30.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, I want to get in contact with him because well, you know, I've been meaning to ask you too as well. I had the idea like if I ever go there to film like with 22, like what if I just at the same time filmed a video about his E30 and you like all on the same trip.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I could fly out for that too. Oh, well, I guess I wouldn't have my car because I'm in Boise now, Idaho.
Right. So yeah, you're what, like 3 hours or so?
Way less for like drive wise.
Yeah.
I want to say it's less than 20. Let's do a quick Google Maps here. Let's see what we're working
Oh,
with. The flight's only like 50 minutes. Seattle. Oh, okay. It's 7 hours and 20 minutes, 500 miles.
oh, really? It's that far?
Yeah,
Damn.
no,
I was thinking you
that
were
is not super bad.
close. Yeah, I would probably have to do it two separate. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out, but someday we'll do a video like I did about with Jake, but with you.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be sick.
Hell yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on paint versus wrap? In my opinion, paint always looks better, always,
Same.
and it lasts way longer.
Yeah, I had my roof wrapped for like a year and a half, and, and it was already fried.
Wow.
Just anytime it would rain, if you don't clean it right away, the water spots, the minerals will just bake into the wrap, and you can't clean it off.
Oh, gotcha. That sucks.
Hmm.
When we met Tyler, I was I was surprised when he said he just like spray painted his roof.
Tyler's crazy, dude.
Yeah. It actually looked good though. I mean, I kind of want to do it to mine because my paint is ruined on the roof.
Just from sun fade, or
Yeah, the car lived in like Kentucky or something for a few years.
yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I think it was parked under a tree too because it had like real bad sap on it as well.
Mm. Did you get it off?
Yeah, but not in a good way. I
What'd you
used like
do? What was it?
I used like sandpaper.
What? Why'd you do that? What?
I just didn't care. The roof was already ruined
Oh,
for a few
okay.
reasons.
So it's just all scratched out now.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was scratched to begin with. Like the paint, like spider webbed, and just it looks really
Oh,
bad.
yeah. They do sell products for tree sap that aren't abrasive.
Yeah, yeah. Outside my budget.
True, true. Yeah. maybe if we were 335 guys, we could afford stuff like that.
Yeah, if we could pay to play, you know?
You read my mind.
My trunk open warning message comes on every time I take off. How do I fix this? Interesting. Maybe the latch sensor's damaged, or I had an issue where my JBE module was messed up, and it took me a long time to figure out that was the problem. But my dashboard would tweak out, and it would my car would think that the parking brake was up, um, because the JBE covers a lot of circuits.
Wow, that must have been a nightmare to diagnose.
Oh yeah, it was weird because it would only happen in cold weather, like 40 degrees or lower. But then once the cabin warmed up, the issue would slow down a lot. So I
Mm,
determined it was something like inside the car that was causing it. And I would hear clicking in the glove box, and it wasn't the fuse box. I didn't even know the JBE like existed because it's below the fuse box. But
mhm.
once I found that out, then I just swapped that, and it was the right move.
That must have felt good.
Oh yeah.
So it's good when you guess on the part a little bit and it works.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was annoying for a while. Have you guys ever tried running calipers in the rear for e-brake instead of the drum setup? Drums.
I think he's talking about the e-brake drum inside the rotors.
Oh. Oh, gotcha. I definitely have not tried anything different.
You shouldn't have to work on the drums too much. Should just be kind of a one time per car if those pads are low for e-brake. Unless you're trying to like you're talking about like a drift setup and you want a hydro, then you'd be looking at like I don't know, Seems Legit Garage or Drift HQ. I'm sure they have some kind of independent e-brake caliper.
Yeah, I've only had the only issues I've had with e-brake is just them loosening over time, and I've had the mount break. So, what holds it, in place. But
In the on the ax not the axle, the hub.
yeah, or I think it's actually attached to the dust shield. I want to say it's been a while.
Oh, okay. It just fell apart.
Yeah, I know why. I made the mistake uh, when I was starting off that I did the rotors with the e-brake engaged, and I think it totally
Oh,
broke.
you smacked them off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I damaged
I've
it.
done
I was
that.
sitting there smacking the rotor with a sledgehammer for like 15 minutes, wondering why it wasn't coming off.
Yep, I've done that.
Yep,
Happens to the best of us.
yep. So I broke it, and I eventually deleted that side.
So you have one
So
side e-brake?
yep. And then there's a
Nice.
there's an extension where the cords come into the chassis, so that that side like still builds tension, and that it kind of works.
Really didn't wanna fix that side, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit. Because when I broke it, it was dragging against the rotor, and my car just sounded like a piece of shit, like rolling into parking lots with it that
Mm,
dragging.
I gotcha.
Well, what's the symptoms, Chris? Like, is there any tension to your handbrake at all, or is it just like completely free feeling? Because if one side is detached on the cable, both sides won't work. Warrant Motors Turbo Kit for N52. I've heard about like 3 new turbo kits this year, or well, turbo and supercharger kits.
I haven't seen that one. I think I've heard the name before, but I'm not sure what it looks like.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either. I know there's a couple of new supercharger kits, but they're all based overseas, like out of Europe or something. Take a look right now.
Yeah, let's see what this is all about.
2,500 euro.
Is that just hot parts?
Hmm.
Okay, it's kind of the classic DIY style manifold where you weld the OEMs together.
Oh, gotcha.
Those two manifolds.
It looks like it includes. Wait, hold on.
Hmm. I wonder what injectors they're running. I haven't seen green tops before.
Yeah, that's interesting though.
Hmm.
I'll have to check that out more. No tension at all. Yeah, I would bet the cable might have got detached on one side or something, or underneath, or somewhere along the line, or even snapped. Who knows? Hey guys, I'm new to the E9X platform, loving the N52 so far. Is it common knowledge to remove the clutch delay valve from these cars? I drilled mine and it totally changed the car. Yeah, a lot of people do that. For me, it was pretty noticeable. I was happy when I did it.
I've done that on all of mine. Would recommend.
Yeah, and yeah, I've heard a lot of people drilling them. I was able to just completely bypass it, like unplug it, and then I had the hose still had enough room to reach these whatever the fuck it's called, the slave.
Yeah, that's how I've done mine too.
Yeah. What's up, Orda?
Or to Felix from Stray Kids. You know who that is?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Let's see if it's you or me. I'm gonna Google it. Looks like a Korean guy. Interesting.
Interesting. I have not heard that comparison.
Very interesting. I'm gonna guess that one's for you as well. Maybe the hair,
Yeah, probably.
the boyish charm.
Someone said like last year said I looked like that one rapper guy who made that La 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 song. I can't think of his name right now.
Chat. Who's La La La? What rapper made La La La? I have no idea what that is.
Or am I thinking of the right thing? I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Crap, what's his name? I don't know why I want to say Lil Nas X. It's not him, but the name is similar. Baby No
Yeah,
Money, BB No Money.
yeah, that guy. That guy.
Yeah,
This guy's saying that's the same guy, but I don't know. I'm really not familiar on this that guy other than that song.
yeah, yeah. They're definitely like. completely different people from what I can see. I don't really see. I guess you kind of got the short beard going on, and you got some flow too in the hairs. If you had glasses, maybe the same glasses.
Yeah, it's because that picture, that screenshot where I've got a cigar
Oh
in my
yeah,
mouth. I
yeah.
can kind of, yeah,
I could see
yeah,
it. That makes sense. Well, I guess there's a few La 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 songs.
yeah. I guess that's just an interesting coincidence
Yeah.
that we're talking about two different people with the same song. How do I disable DTC completely with one click? I feel like that'd be some pretty hacker type stuff to be able to do that.
Technically, you could unplug the it's not a gyro, but it's something like a gyro module that's under the seat, and that'd be one click, and then you'd lose traction control, ABS, and everything just one click. But I don't think there's any way to code that.
Yeah,
Don't do that because you should have ABS.
yeah. Okay.
That's how I crashed the 325.
Oh, the one when you're driving in the canyon?
Yeah, I went in a ditch, hit the snow,
Yeah,
and stabbed
out
the
of
brakes a
nowhere.
little bit. Or not the snow, it was ice, and then I went into the snow, furthering the loss of control.
Right. Yeah, I remember that video. I don't know if do you have that video public or no?
No.
Yeah. That's a good stuff.
Friends only.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So what's
Definitely
interesting
a,
is,
go ahead.
yeah, oh yeah, that's classic. Um, although the M3, when you press the traction control button, it turns off in like a second, but it makes sense, I guess.
Like, when you're holding it?
Yeah, it turns off way quicker. It's probably three
Oh,
seconds on non-M, I would say.
interesting.
Do you do song recommendations? No, we can't play music over the stream. What does removing the clutch delay valve do? If you ever noticed that just driving casually, um, when you upshift, it's pretty difficult to make it like a smooth upshift and not like have the car like buck without adding throttle. Basically, the delay valve just slows how fast the clutch releases, which is like the dumbest thing they ever decided to do. But you'll notice it's easier to drive without it.
2 N52. How much horsepower can you get with N54 Mani, headers, and 22 RPD tune? Will it hit the 300? Well, since you said HP and not WHP, I'm gonna guess you're talking crank horsepower, in which case, yeah. Um, I made on that same setup, I made 261 at the wheels on an auto trans, so it'd be a little bit more on manual. But with drivetrain loss, that's like 307 or so at the crank. So yeah, it's definitely doable.
That's another thing that really pisses off forums: wheel horsepower and horsepower.
Oh, I know, dude. When you post a dyno or something and you see a dyno and people are like, it makes less than it did stock because the stock horsepower at the crank is higher than the wheel horsepower.
Right.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah, I did the same thing in the video with, Jake. I put the wheel horsepower stock for all the just the all the 3 series, and I had people get upset because their 335s are not 300 wheel horsepower stock.
Yep. Were you quoting the 335 figures? That's what pissed them off?
Yeah.
That's funny. They're 300 crank, right? The 335s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so you can do that. You can match that NA on M52.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Same setup, just add a 8 HP 45. Yeah, everyone should add a 8 HP 45.
So
Best
many people are
trans.
doing it now.
Yeah, that I can't remember their acronym. It's like, oh, it's NDH Automotive and Amsterdam. They like figured it out how to do it without a controller. So it's so cheap now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I was like, I bought expensive fluid and stuff, so it was a little bit more, but I did it for like 700 bucks, maybe
Yeah,
eight.
that's crazy.
Mason, just want to say, Ray, I love seeing your car around town. Such a dope car. Are you? First of all, I appreciate that. And are you in Boise? You see me driving around in Boise? If you do, honk at me or something. Say what's up. 8 HP drops a second of 0 to 60. How true is that? I'm not sure. I haven't timed it. It definitely makes it a lot faster since you stay in your power band more since the gear ratios are so much tighter.
Yeah, I just saw a video of one on a stock 328 last week, and it was quite significantly faster, even just regular 328.
It's a magical transmission.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
Oh no shit. Seen you a few times on Emerald by the mall. I ride my eBay bike, but I always try to wave. Much love to keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Ben. That's really nice of you to say, and I'll try to keep an eye out for an e-bike waving. That's sick. Yeah, I'm always over there.
Yeah, your car is definitely. Well, maybe people won't recognize you anymore if you got just a regular LTI hood now.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking to put the hood vents on this hood, but then I was thinking about it. I was like, I really don't want to do my angle grinder cut again. Like maybe screw it up. It's very sketchy drilling into a hood.
Yeah, I would imagine. Did a lot of water get in your engine bay from that or no?
Not really. Um, in Seattle, the only thing I noticed was I would get a little bit of belt slip when I started up the car because the vent was right above the supercharger pulley if it was coming down pretty hard. But I put like a strip of duct tape just under the last portion and it's fine year round. But I do
Hmm.
have the coolant reservoir, that black plastic. The sun faded stripes on top of it from coming in through the vent. It looks
That's
funky.
interesting. Can't you code out the brake overheating even with just like Pro Tool?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just go into the
To
ABS
enter.
module and you should be able to turn all that off. 22 RPD doesn't do that. Um, but I mean, if you're in person and wanted coding, I'm sure they would, but you might as well just get Pro Tool and do it yourself because you'll use Pro Tool for a million other things.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Mr. Holland in the mix, big N55
Definitely.
guy.
You know, I've always wondered, is it Mary or Mari? Because I've heard people refer to you both ways.
I'm also interested. The suspense. That's good, Peter Griffin. I think I've seen you comment some funny stuff on my videos before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bingleton.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's funny. Not the Stage 83 tune.
So yeah, Mary, what is it? Is it Mary or Mari? This is important.
Also curious if that's short for something, or if
Right.
that's your first name.
No, I
Which
know
one
his
did you
first
say
name.
second?
Oh yeah, which one did I say? Mari?
I think you said Mari. That's not his first name?
No, no. I won't
Oh,
say it
okay.
just in case
Yeah,
he
of course.
goes, but yeah.
Turned off a Four Loko. They revised the formula on Four Locos. They don't make you black out anymore. Like back in the day
They
when
don't
Four Locos came out, they had I don't know what else they put in it, but you would drink one and you'd be like wrecked.
did they
I
did
think
they take the caffeine out maybe?
maybe I think maybe it's just booze now and not a stimulant.
Yeah. The times I've tried Four Loko, they were all disgusting.
Oh yeah, it tastes horrible. Did you ever try the original one?
I'm really not sure.
It would have been probably like 10 years ago now
I
when
probably
they had
wasn't
that.
old because they've got multiple different flavors, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I was never
Yeah,
big
I had
into it, but I've been around
no.
people back in the day that drank one and it was not pretty.
Yeah, I've always heard that's how you like have a heart attack is uppers and downers. So
It can't be good. The
no.
other thing too is you get hammered and you'll feel less slammed than you actually are from the caffeine, and the
Yeah,
caffeine wears off and you're screwed.
right.
So it is Mari. Real name is confirmed as
Interesting.
Andrew. Publicly released first name. You've heard it here first, folks. Oh. Oh, so it was your car's name you took on, I see. Never knew that.
Interesting.
Oh, so 2010 was the end of the OG Four Locos.
Bingleton's like a Four Loko enthusiast, I guess.
Yeah. Learned something new today.
Yeah, I tried them way later, probably like 2018 or something. Disgusting.
Did you get how much beers would you compare to a Four Loco, like effect wise?
I didn't even have the whole thing, but I think they're like 8% or something.
Okay. And they're what, like 24 ounces? It's like a double tall boy.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they're the largest cans you can get.
So is this actually Bingleton? Confirmed Bingleton?
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. 14%. Wow. Oh, he is
Wow,
actually drinking one. I thought he was role playing.
that's
Dang, yeah,
crazy.
that's pretty potent.
I didn't know anybody even liked them.
Yeah, that's interesting choice.
Mario's wondering about DCT versus ZF8. What do you have currently? 6 HP?
He should have a ZF8
Yeah, I would have
in
thought.
the yeah. Some guys started doing the F80 DCT swaps in other cars now too. It's supposed to be better than the M3, the E90 M3 DCT.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
What's up, Scarlett? How many 335 people have been calling you out since you posted the 335 race on Instagram? Actually, not that many. Someone gave me the finger yesterday when I was out driving in a 335, and I have a feeling it was related to something like that. But like on
Right.
Instagram, I think I've had maybe only 3 people who were actually like, let's let's line it up, and no one was local. Everyone else basically just says what they have to say, but they don't race or anything. They don't offer to. I actually called out Craig Bimmer recently, races M3, and never showed.
Yeah, I totally forgot we were gonna bullshit that day. I
That
forgot what I
was
was doing.
funny.
I think I was working on the video.
Nice. That was a funny thread. I think a couple of people thought it was serious because someone else tagged you at the end, and they're like, "Are you gonna reply?"
I should just follow up now.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, your car would, I'm sure it would absolutely smoke it. Like the M3 is not crazy at highway speeds.
But it's an M3.
I guess the only chance would be from a dig, but I still think you'd probably be faster, way faster, especially with your transmission.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never even the only M3 I raced was a convertible like years ago when I was naturally aspirated, and it was pretty even. But he had a car full of dudes, and it was just me and my car. So
So it
plus
was extra
the
weight with extra weight. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. It was what's his name spec.
Duke.
Dude, yeah.
The Duke of Alexandria. Good thing he's not on Instagram.
Could you imagine? I
Yeah.
don't think it would go well for on his end though. People on
Yeah.
Instagram are a lot different than Reddit.
True. Craig Beamer M3 field trip to Iowa. I think he means Idaho. Yeah, Idaho. But no, yeah, that'd be way too far for it.
That would be a long drive.
Yeah. Hot take, but the E93 looks good with the top down. I actually agree. But when it's up, that's my only problem with it is when it's up, it just looks wrong because all the flat edges.
I will say convertible with a half cage, I think looks sick. E36, E90 M3, half cage in the mix, I think it looks cool. But as soon as the top's up, it looks kind of iffy.
Yeah. Are N52 performance camshafts worth it? I've only talked to a few people who have tried it, so I really don't know. I might try it someday too, but they're pretty expensive.
You should try those 5150 ones. They've got way more
Yeah,
aggressive specs.
yeah, I was looking at those. They kind of make more sense than the stick ones or whatever. Schick.
Yeah. I think those I don't know, there's so many rumors about those, but I think they're originally made for N55 or some turbo application because the specs look kinda off for NA.
Yeah, it's like the intake one is the same as stock or something, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you're totally right. The ZF8 for daily and the DCTs outperforms racing. DCT's just it's kind of annoying and stop and go, but it definitely shifts faster.
Yeah, I only got to drive one once. It was definitely interesting.
Which, chassis?
It was, an E92 M3 when I was
Okay.
in the market.
What'd you think?
It was, I really didn't get to, like, fully experience it because I just drove it a few miles with the salesman, and,
Mm,
it was also in the winter, so, like, I really didn't have the opportunity to really experience it.
I see. Yeah, you can't rip on it.
No. Yeah, I don't, do LOL Fun Greg. Yeah, I haven't heard of anyone trying those, but yeah, I've seen those pop up just in the last few years. The when I was mentioning people who have tried cams, they tried the Shrek ones.
Yeah, I would Holland, but, let's do it right now because I don't think your car is running currently. I don't know I don't know how much those PS2s make. What is that, like, 600 wheel horsepower on those? We have the same transmission, or you might be Gen 2 8 HP. 'Cause I think we're reading the same message. Can see your expression.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good race, Holland, because I think you're a fair bit heavier than me, but you'd also make maybe like 70 horsepower more than me right now. 3,800 pounds. Yeah, I don't think I weighed it since I got the supercharger, but before that I was like 3,350, 3,400 maybe. So yeah, that could be good. Good race.
F10s are lighter than I expected, I guess.
What's lighter than you expected?
F10s, if he's
Oh
3,800,
yeah.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I think at least four.
Why supercharged and not turbo? Um, I can think of maybe a couple reasons. There's more options currently. Um, and Jake's theory was that there's less damage because there's less torque with a supercharger over a turbo. What do you think about that since you have a supercharger?
Um, I like both. I like how the supercharger I like the power band on the supercharger. It's as literally as linear as it can get. Like on my dyno, it's basically just a straight line that increases with RPM. So that's really nice for like actual like cornering and not just going straight. You
Right.
do miss out on the torque of a turbo. Um, Unless you go like big turbo, obviously your torque is way high up. Um, and then it's a lot they sound a lot different too. The supercharger sounds like kind of turbo spoolie-ish mixed with a loud alternator or power steering pump. And obviously the turbos, always sounds cool.
Oh yeah, I love turbo noises to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, I think the turbo can sound better. I would do turbo, no blow off valve if I wanted the ideal sound.
Mhm.
But yeah, personal preference. The turbo you can make more power generally because it's more efficient. You don't have to drive the belt to build boost. So maximum power turbo makes sense, but if you want a very linear power band and then obviously you go with a supercharger. Favorite Pink Floyd album would probably be between Animals and The Wall.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bingleton. Supercharger is definitely more unique than turbo, especially being N54, you know?
That is true. He said both. He's from the PNW. I lived in Seattle the last 2 years, if that's what you're asking. But I'm from Chicago originally. How did I install the root supercharger, and why did you choose the other supercharger instead? That was a complete mess to install. Me and my friend who welds spent like 4 days straight making that work, fabricating all the piping and stuff. Um, Mm, the only reason I went with that supercharger at the time was because that same guy had that supercharger sitting in his garage, and he's like, "Let's throw this on your car." So obviously, I had to say yes. It sounded really cool, but it only made like I never dynoed it, but it felt like it was around 300 at the wheel. So it wasn't very efficient. It was an old 90s M90 supercharged, really outdated, runs really hot. It cooked like the whole engine bay um, from the heat. That's the reason I put those hood vents there in the first place. I put it right on top of where that supercharger sat. But yeah, the ESS supercharger is like a million times more efficient, better power band, everything. So the only thing is it doesn't have that sound.
You were also on Stage FP back then too, right?
Hmm. Yeah. I was indeed.
Yeah, we've all got our feelings.
I You know what? I will say maybe I would have made actually I won't go into that, but it would have been interesting to see that supercharger on 22 RPD, I think. But it still
Right,
would have made way less than an ESS.
right. I do their air to water is really cool though. I do like that they're making those.
It does work good.
Very cool. Yeah, you might be the only person who doesn't think the GMW is complete shit.
Is the DSG broken? DSG, oh, in comfort mode. Maybe it's really mild in comfort mode. DSG should be shifting faster than 8 HPs even.
What is that out of?
That's the Audi. It's their dual clutch transmission,
Oh, okay, okay,
like at RS3s, S4s, and stuff.
gotcha. Okay, yes, I rode an Audi one time or a few times.
They're the farty ones. That's like what they're known for is making the shift farts.
Yeah,
Brr.
yep. N55 Part Two. When I think I'm good. I just got rid of mine like a year ago now,
How long did it
but
take to sell that
but
thing?
what was that?
How long did it take to sell that?
Oh yeah, I took my time, but about a year and a couple months or so, maybe a year. And
Jeez.
yeah,
I remember you had
I
that up
didn't.
for a while.
Yeah, I really didn't wanna sell it to someone that was gonna be telling me about it again, like, "Why is this like this?" or whatever, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely less stress.
Yeah, I sold it in pretty rough shape, and, like, everything I told him everything about it, obviously, and everything that I did tell him, he was like, "Yep, whatever, don't care." It was great.
No follow-ups from him, no complaints?
Nope, it's almost a year, yeah, so, I
Mm,
haven't heard from him since. No idea what the status is.
nice.
Though I am curious, Bingleton, about your GM because you said you did the zip kit or whatever, which I had never heard of until you mentioned it. Did you ever own a GMW that you dailied? Yeah,
Mhm, yeah, I've had a bunch.
yeah. Mine was slip slip city. It was real bad.
Oh, it was actually going out?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm more knowledgeable now, but I don't know. It started slipping at like 80,000.
Mm, that's pretty early.
Yeah.
I don't think any of
I
mine
had
slipped. They just they just drove like a GMW.
yeah.
Yeah, Dustin, the Supercharger was absolutely horrible to install. The Roots one, that is. The 22 RPD ESS kit is very easy to install. It's like 2 hours, 3 hours. What's up, Z-Man?
Z-Man, that looks like drawing a blank on his name. The guy with the M4.
Pixel.
Yeah, Pixel.
Yeah, Mary, what's all this nonsense about S55s and stuff? You need to get an N52 in that thing.
For real.
Make some real power.
No. Thoughts on the Raptor exhaust? When I heard it in person, it was way like I liked it even more. Like it was very refined. His car was not loud, but not quiet either. It didn't drone at all. It was very dailyable. Very nice. I'm referring
We
to
had
Minute if anyone didn't know his car.
we had a supercharged N52 at the shop with the that Laptar exhaust too, but it was super sprint headers. I thought it sounded great, but the owner said it was too much drone for him. So we
Really.
just put a second muffler in there.
Hmm.
I didn't notice any drone.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad.
Mm-mm. Tickle me pink.
Yeah, Mari, though, I'll take you up on your offer. I mean, I'd be willing to experience more BMWs.
Do you end up saving money by doing an S55 into your F10 versus buying like a M3 or M4? Or is it just the uniqueness of having it in a 5 series?
Wait, GTS? Are you serious? You're trying to think. I think I remember you.
He's in the Discord. I can't remember
Yeah,
his username in there.
I think it's the same. I think he pops up only once in a while. Are you the guy who's like a streamer or something? I think I don't remember. To CJ, I would imagine the manual swap would be nearly identical to 3 Series. In which case, that guy, Vehicular DIY, has a really good video on that subject. Okay, yeah, yeah, I remember you tickle me.
Well, I've got to skedaddle, Mr. Craig. Thanks for having me on.
Alrighty. Yeah, no problem, dog. Thanks for joining.
Take it easy. I'll see you in Discord.
Indeed. Have a
Later.
good one.
You too, brother.
Cool. Just automatically switched. How much for the 22 RPG tune update? What do you mean by update? But overall, I want to say they start around $400. Don't quote me, but it's somewhere in that range. What the heck are some of these comments, bro? Is it 475? Yeah, yeah. I'll check. I've got time. Yep, 475 for the regular tune is what it starts at. And then they have some extra options like hard limiter and that sort of stuff that cost a little extra, but most of their add-ons are no cost. No, I have not seen what M3s are listing at recently. Um, hopefully they're appreciating though. I would I would hope. Not that I plan on selling mine, but look, Max. I do the mewing or whatever. You know where you get your jawline going. Totally. Yeah, hard limiter is the only one that I paid for, but I really like it. Sounds good. 90K for low mileage single hump manuals. That's insane. I would for that price. I would hope they're like less than 10,000 miles. Yes, it does. That is a free option. The speed, the governor, it deletes the governor, so you can go Mach 80 with your N52, 328 now. I think it's standard. I think they just give it to you without asking. I gotta get a revision to have their linear throttle map. I've been meaning to try that though. For sure. Yeah, M328's definitely hit 300, no problem. The fastest I've ever done was 300 and approximately 312 miles an hour. And that was in fifth gear. So I could have kept going, but then it started raining, so. But yeah, what are all 10 of you guys up to on this lovely Friday evening? A demand letter. What are you demanding? But yeah, I guess I can give you guys, you guys who are here, a little brief update. Tell you guys some stuff that no one else will hear about until it's time. Since you guys are here, since you are invested. But yeah, I've got a shit ton of videos planned. There's it off camera here that I've got a whiteboard with a ton of ideas, and then I have multiple documents and notebooks full of video ideas and all sorts of stuff. And this is just the year where I'm just gonna try as hard as I can to give you guys all the cool stuff that I know you guys are interested in. But one of the next things that I'm going to be doing, I will just go and say, is 8,000 RPM N52, which has been done before, but I believe it hasn't been done with the modern intake options. I think people who had tried it in the past had used stock manifolds and stock and three stage. They're both stock, I guess, but which definitely take a huge dip in the upper RPMs. I think beyond like 6,600 or something, they just plateau and even drop. But as a lot of people know, N54 manifold and velocity stacks, they just keep going. So I'm hoping that it will be the same in these really high RPMs, that maybe we can continue to build power all the way to 8,000. And if so, or even if it just stays mostly constant, it would put me into the next gear at like 6,500 RPM, or either 6,000 or 6,500 RPM, which just keeps me in the higher power band longer. And of course, the main inspiration is just the cool factor, and I've been wanting to do it for years. But yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Who knows how dangerous of a thing it would be, but first I want to just test to see if it's worth actually doing it aside from the cool factor, like if it will actually build power with actual dyno results, then I would go from there and figure out maybe a way to where I can ensure that an N52 would be able to do it safely, which would be certainly expensive, lightweight uh, rods and pistons and that sort of deal. Maybe shit with the rod bearings. Who knows? I'm not an engine builder by any means, but if it works and it's worthwhile, then it's something I will probably pursue. But either way, I'm confident that it's not just going to blow up immediately. I think it's something it would be able to handle quite a few times over at least, but I'd love to test it. I asked for the tune. I've got supporting mods to also hopefully limit the potential damage. But we shall see. Um, it was funny when I asked for the tune revision. The tuner, when he sent me the file, he was like, it just said "good luck," which I thought was funny. But that's something that's on the horizon here pretty soon. And then other than that, I've got some other plans, many other plans, but basically completing videos about all the basic things. I still have to cover catless headers. That's the big one. And then I've got some other smaller mods that are still need to be covered. Lately, I've been kind of uploading bi-weekly. I can't promise I'll do that forever, but um, covering all the big ones, and I've got a bunch of other just fun and dumb stuff to cover, and it's all coming down the pipeline. This fall, I've been very very busy with channel related stuff, and it's paid off. People seem to be happy with what I'm uploading, and I'm also feel more confident about it too. Like I said, I know I'm hitting all the topics that I know that I've had for a while. I've just been too lazy to do, truthfully. And I'm hitting all the topics that I know people are interested in. And that is just finishing out the mods, covering them proper. And for example, like the video I did with Jake, Minutes to Midnight, I've been wanting to do that for years because his car is so cool. A lot of people know about it. And he just he's not everybody knows the whole deal with his build. So I knew people would be interested in that, and that video did really well, and it just gave me a lot of motivation to just keep hammering out some cool N52 videos that people will enjoy, and I hope you guys do enjoy. But anyways, I gotta host M328 pack. I agree. I hate being 20 because I need to choose between a house and an E9 M3. Um, yeah, that's understandable. I think I was 22 when I bought my M3, but I'm not a homeowner, so you might have a point. M328 packed would legit only be like 4 people. Yeah, that's true. We're also just too far spread out, at least the Discord community, for it to like actually work out. I feel like and be worth it for the people who do go. I've got other things I would like to do before that. Um, which leads me to my next thing. I have plans for a website with different things that might appeal to some people and might appeal less to others. But same thing, I have to just having the time to do all this and get it set up. Got so many ideas lately. It's just it's hard to cover all the bases on the things that I want to do. Um, yeah, but the website's one that I'm starting to put some thought into on what I want to do with a website. But yeah, that's yet to come. I've got other things that are slightly higher priority too. Yeah, I bought the domain inline v6. Which I think is a perfect domain name for what I will do with it. Just check my messages real quick. So I can't really use my phone. It's currently in use. So what are you guys up to? What's up, Chris? How you doing? I hope everything that happened today worked out okay, you know. But yeah, rare stream. That is true. I do it maybe just a handful of times a year. I do enjoy it. And I'm still figuring out what times work for people. I think the biggest stream I had was when I met Scotty. I think it was my first stream. I met Scotty, and then we all reacted to his video real time. I think I had like 60 people watching or something, which was awesome. Um, but I was on like a limited time frame. I remember. I think I cut it short at like an hour and a half, which sucks in hindsight, but it was a good time. Yeah, Ray hopped off a few minutes ago. But yeah, Chris, I hope everything is all right with that. I don't know if I can really give you uh legal advice. I don't know. Also, I don't know if you want to comment this on the stream. I don't know. Without the context of what you're saying. But yeah, what else can I tell you guys? So yeah. Oh, well, actually, there's so many things that I'm doing right now, but I can't. I don't know if I can say all of them. But there's also a collab coming up soon. That will be cool, which reminds me I have to check something. But yeah, that's another thing coming down the pipeline. Not sure when, probably in the next month. But I've got a collab set up video on someone else's channel featuring me. That's gonna be cool. But yeah, I've got a lot of things that I'm thinking about and working on, putting a lot of focus into the channel. Yeah, yeah. It is gonna be a good collab. Obviously, I'll be I'll be sharing it once it comes out. Bro, I wish you made more videos. You so funny. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I try to at least be entertaining because some of these topics are just so boring. I gotta keep attention somehow. A lot of time, well, not a lot of times, but there's times where I wrote videos around the jokes instead of like making jokes around the video. That happens sometimes. In terms of your car, Chris, you'll just have to once you get all the insurance information, that's what I would do is just go from there. I'm glad to hear that, Bingleton. I'm glad to inspire more people to enjoy 328s and to not sell them for pieces of shit 335s. So I'm glad to hear that. Oh, I got you. Okay. Um, Same thing. I'm no lawyer, but I would see what their insurance is gonna propose. I had only been in an accident like a legit, well, a handful of times actually. None of them were my faults or anything like that. But usually, the insurance just they send an assessor. They either do that or you go to a dealer or whatever. You get the damage quoted, and they just send you a check or sometimes it's a hassle and they try and fight you and say like they're not 100% at fault. I say that because the accident I was in involved three people. I was listed at zero fault, and then they were trying to the person who actually hit me was trying to claim 50% fault instead of 100 for hitting me. So it can get tricky, but it's very annoying dealing with insurance. But yeah. Yeah, dude, 6 months, your 328 journey is just beginning. Yeah, actually, my insurance was impacted by that. I was entirely a victim. If you guys want, I can tell you that story. It's one, it's a story of misfortune for for me in terms of getting screwed. I will mention everybody was fine, so don't don't assume the wrong idea. But yeah, insurance totally screwed me. This happened like 5 years ago. Um, I was a customer of Geico. They suck, by the way. And so I was sitting at a red light trying to turn in a turn only lane, waiting for at a four-way intersection, waiting for my right of way to turn, just sitting there at the red light. When so traffic's going like this and I'm trying to go forward, turn left. And traffic's going. Don't know who. I think one of them was turning. I couldn't tell you who had right away, but I assume the officers didn't make a clear like they weren't able to determine like with certainty like who was who had the right of way and who didn't, but I assume both lights were green. So the person who was turning was supposed to wait. But what happened was I was sitting there looking forward, and then two cars collide, and then one of them it wasn't in an extremely fast street. It was probably 30 to 40 miles an hour. And they crashed, and then it sent one of them rolling towards me. So was sitting there at the stoplight, and the car rolled into me, and it cracked my bumper. It wasn't a BMW. It was I was driving I used to have this Ford Focus that I would drive that I would daily, and it smashed the bumper. No damage to anything but the headlight washer reservoir, which was funny because I had just replaced it. And the horn. Yeah, I think I had just replaced both of those items and they both broke on that crash. Um, so they hit me. I get out, everybody's fine. I'm checking on everybody. But that was that. And then insurance. So funny enough, I was a Geico customer, and then another Geico customer was who rolled into me. So then like I said, they tried to stick me and only give me 50% of the quoted damage because they believed that they were 50% at fault, which was dumb. I didn't claim it on my insurance policy because I didn't care. I mean, the car wasn't usually screw yourself if you do that. But once again, I'm not a lawyer, so you make your own choices. But I didn't claim it because the car was a beater. I didn't care. I didn't even replace the bumper, so it was cracked. And they paid me whatever they paid me. But the real slap in the face was. Or actually, let me backtrack and elaborate once again that I had zero fault in this accident. But it's on my driver abstract for however many years, 5 or 7 years, because of that. And so then, whatever, a few months later, Geico called me and they told me they wouldn't insure me anymore because the accident was on my record. So they stiffed me on paying, and then they kicked me off their insurance. It screwed me over for a good year or so because I had to shop around for different insurance. So I was paying at that time. I was paying more than I should have. I was paying probably close to what I pay now, and now I have like three cars on a policy. But anyways, that's the whole story with that. That was a big stupid moment. Um, yeah, I don't understand either why they punished me for it, but it was dumb. That's why I wouldn't trust Geico. I'm on State Farm now, and I've heard good things about State Farm, but I've never had to actually claim. I've only been paid out. It's happened a handful of times actually, but that was the most serious one. Another time I had someone back into me. But yeah, it was always funny, because like I was literally just sitting there, like, and that's why I believe it shouldn't even be on my record, and why it's frustrating for me is because it makes me look bad, even though it says zero fault. It makes me look bad because there's an accident on my abstract. Um, but I kind of lost my train of thought. um, yeah, but whatever. It sucks. Did I crash the M3? No, never. The M3 is safe. It is behind the wall in front of me. I am opposite of my garage right now. It is safe. Not gonna lie, if it was a 2013 Focus, they did you a favor because those cars have the worst transmission. Actually, I had the 5-speed version. I am aware that their automatics had a huge recall. And it's funny because if you go to the junkyard and you're looking for that generation of Ford Focus, which I believe was the last generation of Ford Focus, mine was a 2012. You'll notice that all the engines are just sitting on the ground because they're there for the automatic transmission and they just leave it on the ground. So for a period, it was tough to find parts of the junkyard because people had already removed the front end to grab the automatic transmissions. But I am aware that those automatics suck too. I think I drove someone else's car that had it, and it was not good. But mine was 5 speed. It was not a good 5 speed per se, but everybody knows a manual is usually more fun, especially in a car like that, a Ford Focus. And oh my God, let me tell you, I had a lot of fun with that car. Some things that I wish I filmed. I was pro at drifting that car. I'm not even joking. But handbrake drifting is not really a flex. But I was an absolute pro at drifting that Ford Focus. I had a lot of great times with that car. Do I know Mari in real life? No, I've never met him, but we've been at the same place multiple times. We've been to, I think, 3 of the same events before I knew him. I think BMW Invasion and Impact, we both were there at the same time, but it was before we knew each other. How do I not age? You haven't aged at all since the start of the channel. About that, yeah, the first video we filmed the same day. The first 2 major videos we filmed the same day, and that was the stage 1 and stage 2 video. And I will always regret that the day we filmed, I was trying to like invent who I was as a character, I guess. And I like trimmed my beard real short. Like, I don't know. I thought that was a good idea at that time. So I was, I think, 22 when we filmed that video, but I look like a child in that video. And it's unfortunate, but I don't, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting older, but I mean, I don't know. The beard definitely helps anybody look old. But no, yeah, Mary's name is Andrew. Or Mari. I keep saying Mary because I always thought it was that. But have I found the secret to eternal youth? Driving 328s. Drinking motor oil and antifreeze. Just kidding. Don't actually do that. Sorry about that. Let me read. Yes, I agree. N52 and S65 are both great. The S65 is kind of honestly just a N52 on steroids. Not actually, but in terms of there's more similarities between an N52 or a 328 in an M3 than there is a 335 in a M3 WC9X. Obviously, the E9X M3 is great, but I think if you had a balls to the wall and a build N52, it would follow the M3 formula closer. That is the goal. I think it's unfortunate that 328s are more often compared to 335s than they are anything else, because I think especially if you're looking backwards at the S54 E46 M3, that the N52 can stack up pretty relatively close. I think even so far in my build that my car is relatively quick, all things considered, and I still have more things to do, which is cure. 8K N52 homemade E9X M3. Yep. That will be the bulk of the jokes in that video, comparing to M3. Recommend secondary cat delete on N52 with the resonator muffler delete. And will a second cat delete throw a code? No, it won't, because it's past all your O2 sensors, so you don't have to worry about that. The car will have no idea. If anything, it'll be a little bit louder, but not as much as you think. Once you get rid of the primaries, I haven't had that particular setup. I've done resonator and muffler delete with everything else stock, and that sounds good. But I haven't done that combination. I do know once you take off the primary cats without a muffler, and especially without the resonator as well, that's when it gets very raspy and not good in terms of how it sounds. But there are definitely videos for did the stream just glitch? I think it did, but anyways, there's videos for most of the setups. Raimund has a playlist on his channel that he adds like most setups that he sees or that he's done. He's done a shit ton of them just himself. Yeah, I would bet you primary and secondary would be quite a bit louder. Now the res, in my experience, seems to really just kill down the rasp, like the Honda Civic sounding notes. Not so much the drone. The muffler seems to take out the drone. Also, in my experience, because now I have no cats, it's the gas smell is really not that bad. Like I've heard people talk about it, but I honestly don't even really notice. Maybe if I like cold starting the car and I like walk towards the tail, like the rear, while it's just idling, maybe, but it's really not that bad. Yeah, I do recommend the dine-in style setup. And yeah, Printables Chilled he has a nice little kit for that, which is nicer. It's literally just it's exactly like the I don't even remember the brand that did it. The brand that made that and then sold it for a ridiculous price of like $400 or something. It's identical to that, except, you know, not ridiculously overpriced. So now you don't have to do what I did and drill a hole and shove a vacuum hose anymore. You can make it look a little bit more professional. I wonder if people watch that video. One of my oldest videos. I don't know if it got as much attention as those stage videos. Yeah, I really didn't. Anyways. When I did resonator and muffler, I didn't think it was too bad. I think it's definitely changes the sound if you have the back seat like up or down. Definitely affects some of the droning. Why do people think the 328 isn't good? Simply because the 335 is very comparable in the sense of why not just buy that car instead? That's everybody's mentality on that subject. It's simply why, like, I would also think that's why there wasn't this much like shit talk like with the older gens because there wasn't like anything to directly compare to it. Like, unless M3 owners were like that, I doubt it though. Because it kind of added its own class, and then of course like the 335 people, and if you read like ancient forums, some of them even thought it back then that the 335 was a better deal for them. But I think what that comes down to is people people that find the 335 more fun than an M3. This might be a hot take. Don't like recognize the difference between a fast car and a sports car. There's a huge difference. But if you know what I'm if you know what I'm trying to say, it's absolutely true. Future dreams. Yeah, you can do it even cheaper than $100 if you want it to if you don't want it to look as professional. Like mine, I did it for $30 or something. Oh yeah, fuel injectors are a bit pricey, especially if you're talking about 54. My thoughts on the N55. Um, I used to own one actually. Um, I had a pneumatic wastegate E90 N55 335 that I used to daily. Um, I keep every time I go to one of my buddy's shops, I realize that I got really lucky with mine because he's always doing Valvetronic motors, which is internal on them, or they're just spontaneously combusting. Um, and I used to kind of defend it, but I think it is kind of a piece of shit. But do I like it more than the N54? In my experience, yes. I think it sounds way better than the N54. But it wasn't a bad. My ownership was not that bad. I owned it for like 30,000 miles, about 4 years, or no, 3 years. Yeah, a fully spec'd E90 it does get pretty heavy. Like it's heavier than I kind of originally expected. And yeah, I think you're right. It's along the lines of 35 to 3,600 pounds. Even the M3 is pretty heavy too. Scraps Animations said hi. Is that like almost speaking in third person? Can you play just shapes and beats? It's a good game. I don't know what you mean. Do I watch sports? No, not really. I used to watch baseball as a kid. Not so much anymore. Play the game and you'll see. I feel like I'm getting like rickrolled or something. I don't know, it just seems too random. So, what else do you guys want to know, or what can I inform you guys? If an N54 has 333 stock detuned and an oh, hold on, I read that wrong. If an S54 has 333 stock and an N54 has 306, wouldn't they want to put it in the E46 M3? I'm sure it's been done, but most 335 guys are not that tasteful. Enlighten us with all your knowledge. My knowledge is limited. Gran Turismo. The only car game I have right now is what the fuck is it? Assetto, which also has the E92 M3. Walk us through the process of flashing the three-stage intake manifold. Yeah, like the Beamer Labs. I could probably do that. I don't know why I was being such a pussy when I did that video. I was like trying to be touching liability with like a 10 feet pole. I was like, it's not a tune. You're switching the stock factory tune to another one, so it's not really getting tuned. And I didn't want to just read the instructions, and I just didn't want to make a boring video. I just wanted to just give you some extra little things that I learned from the process, but I didn't want to just read through someone else's instructions, if that makes any sense. But I guess I was being kind of a coward about actually showing how it was done. Those original two videos, that being one of them, they have given me consistent viewership since I've uploaded them. And it's funny, if I look at the stats, like 25% of my subs had come from like that first video, which is unfortunate because there's things I like about it and there's things that I don't like about it. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I know it's partially cringe and also like a little drawn out in some areas. And then the video just doesn't know what it wants to be because I cover such a wide variety of things. I'm like talking about like weight reduction and maybe choosing a model that makes sense for your goals. But then at the end, I'm talking about mirror caps and stuff. It's like it was before I knew what the channel was, what it should be. Not that just randomly yap a bunch of stupid stuff, but I like giving a little bit of extra context for people who are interested enough to watch a stream of me talking to my cell phone. The only game to have the N52. That's a good point. Does your Catalyst N52 have terrible rasp, have awful rasp below 2 to 2.5? Mine does, and it's unbearable sometimes. I've heard the S55s do the same thing, and it's because of the unequal length exhaust. That is true. A lot of people share that same theory that the unequal is what does it. Mine is actually, so now I have a custom exhaust now. If you haven't seen that video, I posted it about a month ago. You should check it out. But no, actually, it's actually really quiet below that range you mentioned. Um, and then it gets extremely loud up top. But no rasp. I mean, there's rasp in the high RPMs, but it's what I would say mostly good rasp, not Honda Civic rasp. But it is, however, very loud. My dad's 325 has 200,000 miles and it has no problems, but the fucking aux is messed up. That's annoying. I think it just pops out really easy and you can just replace that individual part. I'm not sure if it's plugged or if it's hardwired. I want to say it's just plugged. I don't know if you have any cars you do it on, but I'd love to see a Walmart E90 mods video 2.0 with just all the stupid ass Timu mods. That's funny you say that because I kind of have a similar thing like in my idea list, or it's like passed through my mind like at least once. But I've been covering trying to make videos that are more useful lately because I think I spent like maybe a few too many years making videos that were dumb. The one, yeah, the one where I backed into the pole. Yeah, I don't know if you were here in the beginning of the stream. Same thing. All the just destructive behavior that I was doing that year was all because was expecting the car to go to in a scrapyard by now. But the circumstances changed, and I still have the car. But yeah, backing into that pole on purpose was a hard thing to do. Yeah, that video was also extremely stupid. You're like a rare group of people who have seen that video. He's referring to how to like supercar conversion or something stupid. I was just mocking YouTubers, essentially. That was the idea. I'm straight piped minus stock resonator and valve to muffler. Maybe I need to put an extra resonator somewhere. Yeah, I know Y pipes are for flow, or not Y pipes. I'm thinking X pipes. I totally get you. wanting to be serious, I kind of acted dumb as hell in high school, and then people just assumed I was dumb. Yeah, it's not that I want to be more serious. I just want to make videos that are more useful. So that's what I've been doing all year, except that crash test video, and it goes to show all the videos besides that crash test video performed better when it's like stuff that I know people want to see. Like I don't think I'm at the point where I can just upload anything because I spent like I said probably too much time making videos that are dumb. Like like that supercar conversion video, absolutely stupid. The train horn video, that was a huge flop. So stupid. Very, very stupid. Of the dumb era, I do really like the iDrive video. Um, the BMW luxury life video. I don't remember what I called it. Living the luxury life or something. Um, I enjoyed that one as well. Oh, and the Scotty video. I'm very proud of the Scotty video. But I think, that still had value to people, I guess, not just like doing something stupid. Oh, and the junkyard video. I really like the junkyard video. Some of the other ones are just so stupid. I don't know if this is interesting to any of you guys. Just kind of giving some backstory on some topics, I guess, some video topics. Oh, yeah, and then the rap video. That was probably my most obscure video. The YouTube algorithm's probably looking at my channel like, what the fuck? Who do I market this to? I just thought it would be really funny to like post that after a long time of not posting. I thought it would be a funny way to come back because I wrote that song like like 2 years prior, and then scrapped the idea, and then eventually decided to go through with it, um, which I think it's relatively funny. I don't have a rap voice, so I think that's my only like gripe with it is that like I'm not a freaking rapper, you know. But I think the Scotty verse is hilarious. Like I'm very proud of that. If anything, hold on, let me read some of your comments. Double-edged swords because you act stupid and funny, and it's also dilutes your message that the N52 is an underrated engine. Yeah, it's a good point. I like to try and entertain people and not be so serious because initially I noticed like before I did was making YouTube videos that like a lot of the car videos were just so people just take it so serious, and people on Reddit too just take things so seriously. Like why not just like or even just BMWs in general. At the time, like some people were just treating BMWs like they're all special, and which I mean, obviously, we all think that they're special in some way or another, but like really, at the end of the day, it's just a car, you know. Like that's kind of what I wanted to do is just like not treat them like they're so special, you know. Obviously, it's like you care about them, but it's like I said, like at the end of the day, it's just a car, you know. But you're absolutely right. That maybe sometimes I should tone it back for the people on the outside so they don't think I'm a complete idiot. But I think a lot of the times, if you're able to read past something like on a surface level, you can realize that I'm sarcastic like a lot of the time. Like you can tell when I'm joking and when I'm serious. So I think it's okay for the most part, but I would definitely bet like say a joke like N52 that looks like a M stripes with M stripes. is not like that's if someone were to see that without knowing that it's a joke, they would probably assume I'm an idiot. Yeah, but you know, but that train horn video was funny as fuck. It should have gotten more attention. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The inspiration was those old train horn videos. I remember being like 13 years old. It was called like Train Horn Pranks. This guy uploaded hundreds of these videos where he was just jump scaring people. Thought it was so funny. It was the same time period as people doing coning, like grabbing an ice cream cone by the ice cream in a drive-through, like just like innocent, stupid YouTube era. But yeah, I remember posting that, and some people thought I was an asshole for doing that. But in reality, the train horn was not that loud. The one that I bought was like a $300 kit, and the air tank was pretty small. Like it was obviously it was loud enough to like get someone's attention, but it wasn't like a anything close to like what an actual train sounds like, and not like obvious or in terms of volume. So like obviously that probably doesn't come across through the video, but it's not. It's actually not that loud, or it wasn't that loud. I still think it was a funny concept though, having a freaking train horn in a BMW. But I sold the kid. 24-inch iDrive is goated. Playing the Wii and the E90 was hilarious. I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought that was a funny video as well. It was actually really cool having the screen in the car and like playing with it while sitting in a very comfortable position. Like I thought it was actually pretty sweet. And I got lucky with the edit on that one because well, not lucky I guess, but there was a joke towards the end where I found this old clip of like one of the BMW salesmen or whoever, engineer or something, where he's going over some features of a 7 Series and he's talking about gesture control, and he's like, do this gesture to turn up the stereo and this, whatever. He's doing gesture controls. And at the time, it was like future, real big future gimmick. They probably don't even put stuff like that in cars today. But just like how the Wii was a gimmick, like it was just, I was able to incorporate clips from that video, and it was just a good piece of source material to use, and I thought that was pretty funny. But if the N55 is reliable only if you take care of it, then can an N52 go on no maintenance as the same lifespan as an N55? I mean, every car needs maintenance. Like the biggest thing is oil changes, So if you even something as simple as not changing the oil on a car, and with a BMW, there's small channels like for Valvetronic and Vanos, or not Valvetronic, or yeah, well, there's an oil sprayer for Valvetronic and Vanos. They can easily get clogged up, and you're up shit creek. That's funny. Yeah, we will see what 8K does. Every person who was asked in the forums have been shot down by the Duke of Alexandria or others saying that, oh, you're what's the point? Why do you want to do it? Blah blah blah. You're gonna lose. You're not gonna make power up there. But we'll actually test it because I don't think anyone. I know people have tested it, but I haven't. You don't see the dynagraphs. It's been done by whatever, the precursor of stage FP. I can't remember, BMP or some bullshit. Historic ass video like 10, 12 years ago, which is crazy that they were doing that back then. But yeah, unless anyone beats me to doing that, that's coming up next, or almost next. 8K on my N52 and RPM. Oh, is my mic cutting out? I really hope not. That would suck. Oh yeah, that too. I have a super short differential and very small rims, so it shall be interesting. Like I said, either way, if say the power band stays flat up top and it doesn't continue building, at least I'm in that max power. Like, is that the right type of thinking? Like, at least I'm maintaining that max power, and then still it would put me into the next gear at a higher RPM where, once again, there's more power. So I think that 500 RPM will make a decent difference and will also make first gear not so short. And I think it will also help my 0 to 60 times because I think I will be able to reach 60 a bit sooner. Oh yeah, if I had the budget, I would do crazy stuff with an N52s, you know? Right, yeah, because the tire can, if you have a thick tire, it can be equivalent to a thin tire on a 17 or what have you, you know? I understand. Yeah, if you want to, Chris. I gotta run to the bathroom. I'll be honest. You can look at my couch for a second. Hello. I had the same tray. Oh, you're talking about the old TV stand or whatever? Yeah, I've got a bunch of those. I can show you something cool. YouTube's 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary is this year, so they're giving out some free stuff. I was able to claim this one. Pretty cool. Little clapboard. Not that I would ever use it, but kind of cool decoration. Usually, I don't really need anything like that, like syncing audio and labeling takes, you know. but it's more or less a cool thingy. The most professional like shoot that I had done, or most like actual film like shooting, was when we did the coolant video. I liked that one a lot. Where I was going over coolant maintenance and with Kool-Aid Man and all that. I thought it was fun. Smashed through a wall. It was a good time. Fun video with my friends. The bit where you put the expansion tank into the coffee mug was great. I think that was the tattoo video. Yeah, I thought I thought that was funny too. Very simple switch and cut for that bit. How I didn't poison myself. Buy a cheap N52 and twin charge it. Yeah, if I had the budget, I would do ridiculous things like that. Duke would lose his mind. Well, is there anything else that you guys would like to hear about? I think I should get ready to wrap it up. Because I have yet to eat dinner and such. Then, of course, it's Saturday night. If I had the money, I'd do the same, but I spend money on dumb stuff. Yeah, I feel you. I spent money today, you know. Yeah, that's a comforting thing. 1.8 billion N52s. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about billion, but there's quite a few of them. It is 8 o'clock where I am at. Yeah, I could just try my luck in the Powerball, you know. Then I can do all the content. Can never have enough E92s, you know. Jake Schnatter, he did it too. Did he do it before me? Not that it mattered. It's not like the video did well for me. Jake Schnapp. Let's see. Oh, he did it like 4 months ago. Oh wow, yeah. His video did well. I knew that when I did it, I was the only BMW. I think. I've never heard of this person. Looks like he covers a wide range of cars. I don't know. It depends how you do your car content. You know, the hardest videos for me are the information ones, like the N54 manifold. That was a lot of work. Those types of videos where I got to do a lot of voiceover and then a lot of adding pictures and that sort of stuff, and then filming and testing and all that. Speaking of voiceover, here's my voiceover mic right next to me. I just leave it set up. Yeah, I actually kind of agree. It doesn't seem like people want educational car content. Like it's not as popular as something that's more broad, like whatever, buying something cheap and making it fast or whatever, and or like I don't know, you know. But yeah, I just want to cover 328 stuff. Sometimes it's educational, other times it's entertaining, and maybe give other people ideas for things. Yeah, dude, a lot of the M cars are have gone up in price. Like when I first went in the market for E92 M3s, they were like quite a bit cheaper. They were like 17, 18,000. And that was like for examples like 80,000 miles. So I got a little bit late, but not too terrible. Yeah, you should buy an E92 M3. I'll tell everybody, dude, they're freaking amazing. I love it so much. Yeah, E36 is one of the M cars that they didn't really a lot of people don't care a ton about. Overshadowed by E30 and E46. And for decent reason. The M330i. Is that true? Did it have pistons that were 2 centimeters larger too? Is that why they called it? Objectively, the lamest M3. Yeah, yeah. The G80 is definitely in the looks department, I think, but can't go wrong. It's super fast. Or can't deny, I should say. Interesting. I didn't know that. I'm looking at that turbo kit that people were telling us about earlier. It's definitely cheaper. Cheaper than some of the other options. Yeah, I agree. The G series ruining the brand. Besides the G20, the pre-LCI G20. Oh, and the Grand Coupe. Yeah, that sucks. I don't even remember what that's called. The F32 or something. Hmm. Yeah, this turbo kit's like $3,000, and it looks like it includes like most of the things that you need, which is compelling. I don't think it's US based though. Oop. Or 3,500 US dollars, which is not too shabby. Hmm. Maybe I will do it sometime. What includes an intercooler too? Wow, this is like borderline too good to be true. Whoever told us about that, thanks for telling us. I don't know if you're still here, but the Warrant Motors turbo kit for N52. It looks like they're based out of France or Germany or something. Yeah, I think I know I said it like 20 minutes ago, but yeah, I think I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Is there any final words? Yeah, it does not say anything about the tune, but I know 22 RPD is pretty soon gonna be offering turbo tunes. Well, guys, yeah, it's been about 3 hours, so I think that about does it. So, thank you all for still here. But yeah, I think we done everything we could. But yeah, stay tuned to my channel. I've got a lot of shit coming pretty soon. So yeah, keep your eyes open. I've been busy with it. But yeah, bye bye.